One Forgotten Piano is about to turn Yumi's hidden pain into a song the whole Academy will never forget. The hook of the moment is simple. One hidden note can pull an entire lonely heart into the open. A gentle morning light drifts into the dusty silence of the old Academy shed, beginning a new day. Then, Yumi slowly enters the forgotten shed, seeking the only place where he can hide his heart. He finds the forgotten piano tucked in the corner, resting beneath a heavy, tattered, dark gray blanket. With quiet dedication, he cleans away years of accumulated dust, revealing the rich wood grain underneath. He had entered the shed hoping to disappear, yet every cleaned key seemed to ask him to be seen. The dust did not only cover the piano, it seemed to cover years of doubt, fear, and silent disappointment. At this moment, he sits down on the old stool and takes a deep breath to chase away the sadness surrounding him. After that, his trembling fingers gently touch the piano keys, feeling the cold breath of time passing through them. A simple melody rises, dissolving the silent air inside the worn and forgotten storage shed. Gradually, he closes his eyes and lets his spirit follow the music flowing through his heart. A moment later, he sinks into his private world, where pain turns into deep, quiet notes. The first notes are imperfect, but their honesty gives them a fragile beauty no polished performance could replace. At the same time, the sound of the piano echoes outward, carrying secrets he has never been able to say. When the sun climbs higher, shifting rays of light begin to move across the darkest corners of the shed. After that, he pauses to rest, wiping sweat from his forehead after losing himself in the music. Meanwhile, he returns to the keys, trying to complete the melody that has been troubling his heart. At this moment, the gentle tune slips through the doorway and floats softly into the Academy garden. Outside the shed, the Academy keeps moving, unaware that a hidden corner has just become a stage. Gradually, the footsteps of nearby students begin to stop as they listen to the unfamiliar sound. A moment later, his playing seems to tell a story of sorrow, touching the deepest emotions in everyone nearby. When the music rises, the crowd outside stands frozen, forgetting that their next classes are waiting. Meanwhile, he continues playing with complete focus, unaware that his talent has moved the entire Academy. By the porch, the song grows into a powerful climax, like a call from a heart longing to be understood. No one asks his name at first, they simply listen because the melody already explains what words cannot. Some students hear loneliness in the lower notes, while others hear courage rising gently through the higher ones. Finally, the last note stretches into the air and fades away, leaving a magical silence inside everyone. After that, he releases a quiet sigh of relief, proud that he has lifted the burden from his heart today. When soft applause begins outside, he is startled to realize that he is no longer alone in his music. At this moment, he turns toward the light and sees the shapes of friends waiting beyond the doorway. Gradually, he rises with difficulty, yet his face glows with a new and unfamiliar happiness. The longer he plays, the more the old shed feels less like a hiding place and more like a beginning. Even the silence after the song feels alive, as if the whole Academy is holding one shared breath. A moment later, he steps toward the open door, welcomed by the warm smiles of his classmates and friends. As the sunlight begins to lean across the grass, the whole space becomes strangely beautiful in the golden afternoon. After a simple lunch, a gentle smile appears on his lips, easing the old scars of memory. Meanwhile, understanding spreads among them, connecting hearts through the simple, loving rhythm of music. At this moment, he returns to the piano, no longer using it to escape, but to share his gift. From that moment, Yumi understands that talent becomes brighter when it is shared with people who care. He no longer sees the piano as an escape from pain, but as a bridge toward friendship and healing. Finally, the melody rings across the Academy, standing as proof of an inspiring and tender rebirth. When night falls, silver moonlight shines upon the old shed and covers it with a peaceful stillness. After that, he gently cleans his little space, preparing it for the new songs of tomorrow. Meanwhile, he carefully arranges the old music books, treating them like precious companions. At this moment, he stands watching the night sky, his heart filled with emotions he cannot fully name. Every friend who waits outside the doorway becomes part of the song that helped him return to himself. The old academy shed changes in his mind, becoming a small room where courage can safely grow. Gradually, soft breezes slip inside, as if whispering quiet praise to the young musician. A moment later, a few fireflies drift past, carrying a small promise of hope through the darkness. And then, he smiles softly, turns off the little lamp, and prepares to close a day full of human kindness. As his footsteps fade away, the old shed becomes silent again, holding every beautiful note within its walls. Meanwhile, the old door latch gives a faint creak, guarding a space filled with cherished memories. At this moment, the small path back toward the academy looks gentle and calm beneath the moonlight. Finally, the night completely embraces the little building, promising wonderful dreams for the coming morning. Gradually, the dust in the air settles, ending a long day filled with soaring emotion. After that, the crickets outside create a natural symphony in the stillness of the night. Meanwhile, a distant street lamp casts a pale glow, lighting the way for tired and wandering hearts. Each evening, when he leaves, he carries not only tired hands, but a lighter and more hopeful spirit. At this moment, he looks back at the small building, knowing it has become part of his life. Gradually, the world returns to its original peace, with only the wind whispering through the leaves. A moment later, the sparkling stars above seem to watch the path he has just walked. And then, the wooden window remains partly closed, letting time pass through a silence that feels profound. As the night grows late, the scenery around the little shed becomes more dreamlike and almost fairy tale bright. Meanwhile, the piano rests in the darkness, waiting patiently for the melodies of tomorrow. When dawn appears, the old shed greets another day with a fresh feeling of hope. After that, Yumi returns, and the smile on his lips shows he is ready for the journey ahead. Meanwhile, the old wooden door opens again, welcoming the maker of heartfelt songs. At this moment, the warmth of sunlight spreads through the room, creating a gentle and comfortable atmosphere. By morning, the piano seems to remember him too, waiting like a loyal companion beneath the pale light. Gradually, he adjusts each key, making sure every sound can ring as perfectly as possible. A moment later, the piano begins to sing, carrying a lively melody for the start of a new day. And then, other students gather outside again, listening to the magical sound of their friend. When they look into one another's eyes, they feel a connection between true lovers of art. Meanwhile, every note becomes a quiet confession, dissolving every barrier between them. Finally, simple happiness spreads, proving the wonderful strength of honest and heartfelt art. As the afternoon light slowly falls, the space inside the shed becomes unusually warm and peaceful. After that, he stops to rest, relaxing his hands upon the keys and enjoying the precious moment. Meanwhile, a few friends visit him, bringing sincere care to their artistic companion. At this moment, he shares the songs he has composed, and joy shines in his bright eyes. When his friends begin humming with him, Yumi realizes that one honest melody can become many voices. Gradually, they sit around him, listening carefully to every story he tells about his love for music. A moment later, they hum a familiar melody together, creating a beautiful harmony inside the old shed. And then, cheerful laughter rises, washing away old distances until only understanding remains. When they play music together, they create a shared piece filled with meaning and close friendship. Meanwhile, the blend of instruments and voices becomes a symphony of human connection. Their shared music turns the forgotten room into a warm gathering place filled with trust, laughter, and belonging. The lesson is clear without being spoken. A wounded heart can still create something that heals others. Finally, the song ends in fulfillment, leaving deep and lasting marks in every heart. When night returns, silver moonlight shines again, covering the building with a gentle and quiet beauty. After that, he puts everything away carefully, treasuring every moment that has passed during the day. Meanwhile, he looks at the piano with gratitude, as if thanking an old friend for staying beside him. At this moment, the wind moves softly through the leaves outside, carrying the echo of their song. Gradually, he steps slowly out of the room, leaving beloved memories behind him. A moment later, he turns off the light, and the room sinks into darkness beneath the mysterious night glow. And then, the wooden door closes firmly, protecting the musical spirits resting inside. As he walks along the empty path, the moonlight guides him like a companion for an artist's soul. Meanwhile, the whole academy falls silent, with only the soft voice of night echoing around it. Finally, a long day ends in complete peace, nourishing his faith in the future. Gradually, night covers everything, bringing needed rest to beautiful and sensitive souls. After that, the moon becomes a loyal friend, guarding the lovely memories written today. Meanwhile, the tree branches sway gently, singing a lullaby for the deep and silent night. At this moment, the room still holds the echo of loving notes, full of quiet life. Gradually, darkness surrounds the piano, like a patient promise waiting for future melodies. A moment later, the sparkling stars seem to send a message about a bright and successful tomorrow. And then, everything settles into absolute peace, preparing to welcome new wonders ahead. And as another dawn approaches, Yumi knows the next song will begin with less fear and more faith. As the long night passes, hope still quietly takes root inside the talented young musician. Meanwhile, the first rays of light begin to touch the roof, promising another brilliant day. Finally, a new day begins again, carrying bright notes into a life filled with meaning.